back at it again on this ghetto rig because I forgot to change my battery.
The word is charge.
Charge my batteries.
So we're hoping that my phone doesn't fall over, and we're hoping that the shot is good. I don't want to record this for like an hour and find out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a little bit budget, you know. You're gonna have to live with it. Everyone starts somewhere. This is where we start. Happy holidays.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. Yeah.
Christmas.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
But you edited it with a K.
That comes from the Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
There was a commercial that had that a while back. I don't remember what they were selling.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas.
So, what's new?
Black Friday had just passed. Cyber Monday had just passed.
There really wasn't anything like amazing. It was a lot of the same stuff from last year.
Honestly, video game selection this year was terrible.
Well, that's not like anybody's fault other than they're just not good games.
Yeah.
Nothing that's really like super compelling.
From this year. And I mean, everything that had come out that was compelling was literally right before Black Friday. So it's obviously those weren't going to drop down. Unless they were as bad as Fallout.
And I don't know who's putting like
6 last year.
Like we were just talking about the new consoles coming out within a year, so I don't know who's putting like a ton of focus because like the premier like next like big hit's gonna be like when the new consoles drop probably.
I mean, we're looking next year for, I think next year, I think 2020 for either 2020 or 2021 for the PS5.
Yeah, so they're gonna drop some new bitchin' game when that comes out.
I mean, hearing a lot of news for the new Xbox too. Yeah. They're doing maybe doing 2 consoles, one that's discless as well.
Discless, like Michael Chiklis?
Has no disc drive.
Yeah, I know. That's cool because that's like the future because everything's just streaming.
I still like my physical copies.
Well,
I'm old.
It's really hard to like get a little extra cash back. You can't resell a digital copy.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
In theory, a digital copy is cheaper though, so then there's a trade-off there. So it just depends. But you can't easily share a digital copy. So
yeah,
there's a whole myriad of back and forth.
Plus, you won't have like a nice, pretty shelf.
A shelf full of your games, and then people can come over and be like, "Hey, look at all these games he has."
Exactly. They have to be like on your system, and you know, it's just not as pretty.
I guess you can get like artwork from the games you like and hang that so people know what you're into, but
of all your games.
It's like I don't buy movies anymore and I don't have a shelf full of movies because everything's streaming. But
I think it's different for like movies and shows.
I need to buy more movies.
It's because with video games, they're all color coded by the system you have it for, so they'll say PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo.
They'll say Xbone,
and then
they'll say PS4.
Yeah, and when it's all lined up, it's all nice and pretty, and you're just like, oh, that's for that system. Versus like movies where they all have their own thing because they're all different movies.
Yeah.
On the spine of the case.
I really hope this is centered well.
You know, it's okay because you
can hear us, and you'll get us like coming and going, and it'll be fine. But yeah. I mean. New generation consoles are going to probably drop soon. I mean, Nintendo Switch. So there's no real hot games right now?
Yeah.
I mean, other than like...
If anyone's buying any console, it's going to be the Switch or the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
Because it's been out for 3 years.
Except for that one dude at our local Walmart that bought 74 PS4s.
Did he really end up coming in this year and do that?
Next day, yeah. And then like later on, like his wife and daughter came in and bought... They must have been related because this one gal bought like a crap ton of laptops.
Probably.
So, interesting. He resells them obviously, but yeah. I've never found where. Must be on the, other world market.
And then laptops, any computers or anything, it's all Chromebooks are just a cheap, low-end.
I mean, the new MacBook came out, and that's cool, but like that's also a heck of a lot of money.
Yeah, even for a Black Friday deal, it would be. I don't think that the new one would be, but like the older models.
Yeah, well, you're not going to want to get the older models because the new one's got that new keyboard that's so much better than the Butterfly.
Yeah, that I heard.
So, I don't really know. I need a new computer, but like I don't need a new computer because like I do so much with my phone. Like what do I do on a computer?
I need a new computer.
My computer's from like 2011.
Mine too.
Like if I went to like trade it in on Apple's website, they would say we recommend you just recycle it.
Yeah. It's like we're not gonna give you shit for it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we were gonna do our suggestions for a holiday buying guide.
That's why I was on my phone. I was just kind of like looking at.
I made a list of all my stuff, but it's on my phone. That's currently.
Use your memory.
I can remember most of it. I just don't remember prices and whatnot. So we can look it up. We'll give you Amazon prices.
All right. Holy cow! We got 13 views on that spicy wing one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at.
I had wings today.
Did you? Where from?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, how are they?
They're pretty good. I went with a bunch of like work people because we had to unload a truck and took lunch super late.
Manuel.
Mm-hmm.
Manuel was there. You were there.
Robert.
Of course, Robert would be.
Megan and Kendra.
Kendra.
But yeah, they were good wings. I'm the only one that got wings.
Whatever.
At Buffalo Wild Wings, like salads and like burgers and stuff.
Oh, really? They were Buffalo Wild.
I wasn't like super impressed with Wingstop.
Last time when we had it?
Yeah, like it was good, but it wasn't like amazing.
It really wasn't.
And like Buffalo Wild Wings is pretty generic too. Like sometimes it really hits the spot, and sometimes it's just kind of like meh.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find a good wing place. Like you need to try Jim's. I haven't ever tried Jim's.
You've never had Jim's?
I've never had Jim's.
They used to be really good.
They're like out of the way, so I never go in that neck of the woods.
I mean, they still have a good flavor. The only thing is like their wings have gotten smaller. They used to have a lot bigger wings. Oh my god, I'm watering.
Is that like something like fruit, for example? If you go to the grocery store and buy a strawberry versus going and picking your own strawberries, a really good strawberry that you pick fresh from a strawberry patch is much smaller. Is a smaller wing better?
I don't know.
Oh, did you see that thing about? I saw this thing online where they tested all these fast food places, including Subway, on like what percentage of chicken their chicken is. Most of them were like right around 80. Subway was 50%.
50% chicken?
It's more like 49, I think.
On what, like the chicken salad?
Their chicken is not chicken. It's 8% chicken. The rest is soy.
You've been telling me that they're slowly trying to turn us to vegans.
Basically. And then they sued the people that did the article about it. Like, this is blasphemy. Our chickens, they lost.
So we lost.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy.
It's crazy. But anyways.
No, anyways, if you go to Jim's Wing, I really do like their sauce though that they put on their chicken. I like the flavor of their sauce, but yeah, the wings have gotten smaller.
I'm getting to go sometime.
I don't know. You want to go sometimes?
We'll have to go sometime.
We'll have to go sometimes. And then my cousins like Wing Shack too.
I like Wing Shack.
Yeah, Wing Shack's pretty good.
Yeah, I got Grubhub Wing Shack one time with our boy Dustin.
What is that man?
Tall Dustin. I don't know.
He's like gone off the face of the earth.
He'll occasionally like. He never likes my posts online, but he likes the cats every single time I post on the cats Instagram.
Clearly, clearly, you know who's the priority.
I know he's not dead. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know. It's like I occasionally see that his PS4 share on Facebook.
If he watches this, which I highly doubt, hit us up. We can
miss you, man.
You can be on the show
if you want. You know, we can.
I don't know if you'll fit in frame, but
yeah, we can talk about something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You know,
whatever. But anyways, we'll talk about our holiday buying guide.
Holiday buying guide.
So I have a story to go along with the first one. So I recently decided, because I've been knowing for a while that I'm paying for it was 400 megs on my internet, and then recently they upped it.
Okay.
And then they sent me a letter saying, hey, we upped it to 500. So I'm like, well, I really should get better hardware, because all my stuff's from when I moved in here 5 years ago.
Right.
So my modem was rated for like 120 megs. So I got a new modem. Just a generic Motorola Surfboard that's compatible with Xfinity. Got it at Walmart, and then I went to like the Xfinity rep there, and I'm like, hey, do you have any like sort of magic on your little iPad to put this on my account so I don't have to sit on hold and talk to him? He did it for me. But then he's like, well, there's a Black Friday deal for gigabit one that's 150, and I'm like, I just want this one because I'm not paying for a gigabit, and it's future-proof, yes, but then like I had just bought a router that's only rated for like 550, so like why would I buy it?
Right.
Hopefully by the time I ever get that speed, I'll have more money and I'll just buy new stuff then because it'll all be outdated anyway.
Right.
But anywho, I got a new modem. Not a big deal, but it is faster. Then I got a really cool new router. The turtle dude's blocking it. Just a little nub.
It's crazy how small they are now.
Yeah, I got an Eero router, if people can hear. This is a pretty cool company. I guess they're owned by Amazon. Amazon bought them. But it's got a cool app. The setup was super easy. It took like 10 minutes. Because it just connects to your phone via Bluetooth and then sets it all up.
Right.
And you can get, if you have a bigger home, you can get little beacons that are just little boxes that you plug in, and they'll seamlessly, you can walk through your home and it'll connect to whatever network. But anyways.
Creating a mesh network within your home.
And they have little night lights on them, which is cool, on the beacons.
Nice.
But anyways, this one's nice. Because before, I had one that was just a basic Linksys one, and it kicked out a 2.4 network and a 5 gig network. This one just has one network, and it just intelligently figures out which device needs what. Like, oh, you're streaming a lot of HD content on your tablet. Let's throw that over on the 5G network, because 5G is faster.
Right.
So, that's cool that it does all the thinking for you. You can see what devices connect. Like, when you showed up, I knew you were here because it said the new device had connected to the network. And it said Galaxy S9, and I figured it was you. So, yeah. But yeah, so as far as holiday buying guide, I suggest you, it's not super exciting for a lot of people, but I suggest you see what you're paying for and check on your, hardware to see if you're able to get what you're paying for.
And I mean, if you're also trying to find something that would expand your wireless network throughout the house.
Those mesh networks are pretty cool.
Mesh networks, yeah.
There's different ones. The Eero is just one I've heard a lot about because I subscribe to like 3 different podcasts that are sponsored by Eero.
And we got, at my home, we have the Google Wi-Fi hubs.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah, very similar. We got 3 of them that run around through the house. I don't use it because I wanted faster internet than my dad.
So you're wired.
So I'm wired to mine. And
well, I don't like your phone and stuff.
I'm using my own Wi-Fi. I got a Wi-Fi modem.
Oh, you have like a whole separate network you're paying for?
Yeah, I have a whole separate network. But for my dad's stuff, we have...
Yeah.
Because it helps a lot. For me, I don't really need anything like that for my own network because literally I'm not going to be anywhere else in the house when I'm using that network.
This one's rated for like this Eero's it's the basic Eero. There's an Eero Pro and all that. This one's rated for 1,500 square feet, which is way more than I have here. So it's
way more than this place.
And it's cool because there's like additional software. I have a 30-day free trial on their like Eero Secure, but then it's like $9 a month after that, and it'll block ads. There's a bunch of different things it'll do, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I recommend people check and see what they're paying for and see what their equipment's rated for, and then get new stuff if they need to, especially at Christmas time when all your family's coming over and kids are on their phones and people are doing whatever, especially if they're spending the night at your place. You need fast internet. Plus, it's just nice to know that you're getting what you're paying for. And I thought there'd be more of a loss between Wi-Fi and wired, because I can run a speed test through the Eero app directly on the router that's wired in.
Surprisingly, like with these, especially these, you won't see really much of a loss at all.
500 and like, I did one just a few minutes ago before you got here. 560 megs down.
Mm-hmm.
And on Wi-Fi the other day, I did a test. I can't do it through the router, but I went to like fast.com, which is one of those speed test sites. That one's owned by Netflix, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting 420, which is pretty good considering it's Wi-Fi, because I thought there was going to be like a 50% loss.
Yeah, I need to change my router though, because it says it's rated for a gig.
Yeah.
But it's cutting it down to 600 megs.
And
then the 2.4 gigs, that network, that one's cutting it down to about 30 megs.
Oh dang!
So I have to. I don't think that Linksys router's gonna cut out for it. But I mean, I bought it on clearance for like $60 versus 200.
I really like having an app though, and having it more a graphical interface.
That's another thing.
Because I'm used to going like, I'm old school, and I'm used to going to like 192.168.1.1 and like controlling it all through there.
But it's nice to have it on the app, and then you can just, monitor everything.
There's like a little bit of like internal storage on there, and it does local DNS caching right on it, so it speeds things up, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. But you don't have to get that one. I just think it's a real handy one.
Mm-hmm.
That was like that's the very base one, and it was only like $69, which is pretty cool for
for the single one.
Yeah, for all it does.
Not too bad.
But yeah, check and see what you're paying for, and
I mean, yeah, there's that.
Get new hardware.
You got the Google Wi-Fi, home Wi-Fi. You got the Netgear Orbeez.
Yeah,
there's a ton now for those mesh network routers.
The mesh ones are nice because I like that it intelligently decides what network you should be on, whether it's 5 gigahertz or 2.4. And if you just do a search for your networks, it only shows one. Because before I had, my name and then 2.4, and then I had my name and 5. And it's like, which one should I connect to? Because I know I'll get a stronger signal from the 2.4, but then it'll be faster on the 5. And I just like that it takes all the like thinking out of it. Especially for most people, like, we're techie, so whatever, but like,
yeah, pretty much.
That's like the number one thing. I guess I said modem and router is 1 and 2, but like, you can kind of combine them because they go hand in hand. But yeah, look and see what you're paying for and upgrade if needed.
If needed. What were you gonna follow up with that though? Or was that all what you were talking about?
That was my story, and then like, because I upgraded, so then I thought for this I'd mention, hey, people should upgrade. It's not exciting, but you might find some good deals this time of year, and it's definitely nice to get what you're paying for.
Yeah, for sure. Any good smart bulbs, but on the cheaper end, because we know how much Philips Hues are.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do the new ones still use a hub?
Yes, I think so. Because I have a hub.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Because there were those cheap Mercuries on Black Friday.
The thing is, like, whatever you get, Philips Hue's a well-known brand, so you know they're going to work well and last long. I'm not super familiar with the Mercury brand, other than I have an outdoor smart outlet. I finally caved and got one of those, and the Christmas lights are on it. And I can yell at it to turn it on and off, and it has a timer, so they go.
Was it the one that while I was still there?
Yeah.
They were.
It's pretty nice, but it's just nice to have everything the same brand.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't really matter, but it's nice to know that, like, especially if they all need hubs, which the Mercury doesn't, but like, if one service is down, they're all down, and you're not having like half your lights on in your house. And
right.
And Philips is a pretty big name, so they don't hardly ever have any issues. But yeah, smart bulbs are cool.
Smart bulbs are cool. I mean, I don't know, we're kind of in that day and age where we're getting smart devices everywhere in our homes, and now you could just speak.
What's your opinion on getting a smart bulb versus just like, I guess if you have like built-in fixtures, but then like, what about just getting like a smart outlet to like interface between like a lamp and the.
Well, I mean, that depends on what you're going to be running on that outlet, Though honestly,
I can tell you,
it really depends because the bulb. If you don't care about bulb colors and you just want your lamp to turn on when you just
like that's a hue, and I can say, sorry if I trigger anything. Okay, Google, make the craft light blue.
Okay, changing the craft light.
So it changes it. That's cool.
Yeah.
But, especially if you're like, I don't know, if you record podcasts or something, like I should really get like, if we keep doing this for a real long time, should get like a Philips Hue strip.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
But I mean, it's mainly because like, should you get like a smart outlet plug? Because like, I mean, some older people might not really care about trying to get colorful lights everywhere compared to us younger folk.
The thing I thought about is like, you guys can't see it, but this lamp behind us is kind of frosted with like a yellow frost. So like, it didn't make sense to get one that would change colors.
And I mean, it's also like, what else are you going to be plugging into that outlet?
I got a new power strip or surge protector. Don't get a power strip, get a surge protector. But I
always get a surge protector.
I got like the best one that there's a difference, and you can like mess up your stuff if you get a power strip.
Okay, just Google it. You'll understand why to get a surge protector.
I know they look the same, and there's a lot of people that just grab whatever's cheapest. You want something that's good. I got the best one that Walmart had with 10 outlets.
Oh, you got a big boy.
But even with having like on the corners, it has ones that are spaced out so you can put like the power supplies and stuff. Even with that, those Wemo smart outlets are still too big.
That actually reminds me, I need to get a new power surge protector.
That was like $34.
It's the GE one?
But it's GE.
Yeah.
It's GE.
It's GE.
But it's really nice. I just got tired of, I had an old surge protector that had like 5 outlets, and then I had a triple outlet adapter plugged into that, and it just seemed like I had too many things like on top of each other, and like it wasn't safe.
See, I need to get a new one because my surge protector at home is just one of your standard 6 plug one.
Maybe that's a holiday buying thing. Get a surge protector. It's not sexy and cool. It's not like getting a new game console, but it's important
to protect your devices,
especially if you're getting new stuff for the holidays, other things, and it's not sexy, but there are good deals this time of year.
Yeah, it's great because versus a power strip, if you have a surge protector, it's going to protect you, especially like your expensive stuff like your consoles or your computers if you're doing
worse. The thing is, it'll tell you how many joules it's rated for, which is the amount of power surging through it when like lightning strikes on like the transformer box or whatever.
Yeah, and you get a blackout.
And a lot of them are rated for like, they have like protection, so like $3,400 worth of equipment.
Yeah, and a power strip is not going to do that.
Yeah.
It's just going to split up power.
Depending on where you live, maybe even a UPS, an uninterrupted power supply. My parents have that because they live in old middle of nowhere, Texas. And it's old, like, infrastructure. So, like, they'll have power outages every once in a while. This gives them time to, like, go shut down the computer properly.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, because I do work with film and stuff, I need to get one for my own computer.
Yeah.
But when we were building computers for my 2 other work friends that I work with film, they each got a power supply running for their computer, backup power supply, so that, you know, nothing, in case of blackouts, which even here they do have blackouts occasionally from when it's thundering out, or even when it's heavy blizzard, because the snow can, like, I mean, basically cold weather can stop the circuit from working, and electrical flow won't come into certain neighborhoods.
But yeah,
you know, that's happened before.
Back to smart outlets. The Wemo ones are kind of big, but that's like one of the big names. So like, you might want to get a smart bulb because you don't have to deal with plugging in an additional thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you want to, you know.
Changing the colors is nice. I have one of those kind of, it looks like a bowl, but then it has a top on it, and it's a lamp, and it's right by my bed, and it can change colors, and I can make it like bright white when I'm like, when it's just dark outside, but I want to be able to see in my room. Or I can make it a more like incandescent and like 6% brightness, have a little nightlight. Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Changing colors and all.
Same thing with mine.
They make little extenders that are like 8 inches. They're like basically super short extension cords that are heavy duty. And you can plug them in, and then you can plug in the power supply or something to it, or those Wemos, so you're not taking up a whole spot too.
Yeah.
That's an option. They're like $10. I was looking those up because I wanted to use them on the Wemo ones that are eating up an extra outlet a piece.
Yeah, I saw how wide those things are.
They're crazy. Yeah. But then they're nice because there's just, if they, for some reason, your internet goes out or something, you have hiccups, there's a big button on there so you can just power it on and off. It's easy for people to figure out.
Yeah, I really need to go pick up that because I have some extra things I had purchased, like a drawing tablet, but I need to plug that thing in.
I thought I had a crap ton of stuff, and I do, but there's still a couple of free outlets, and then there's 2 USBs on there to plug like your Chromecast into or whatever.
I mean, that's definitely gonna save me space because like some of my plugs too.
Yeah.
I don't know why they designed it with.
It's got the like slots on the back too, so if you did want to mount it on the wall.
Right. So with my Samsung monitor at home, so instead of being like a straight plug, it's one of the L plugs.
Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, I hate those. So I have that one on like the end of my strip, but then I got this drawing tablet that needs to be plugged in, but it's like the brick is just like this big square.
Yeah.
But instead of coming out from the top, it comes out from the side too. But I need to have 3 free spots on it just to plug it in because it's, it's the strip, but the top is here and the bottom's down there. But how yours are sideways.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
And if you're like me and you have it over by the TV,
because I can do 3-prong, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They're all grounded.
Okay. Cool.
If you're like me and you have it by the TV, you're like, well, I don't charge my phone over there. Why would I want USB ports? If you have a Chromecast, you might want to plug it in. It just saves you having a power adapter or brick. I was previously plugging mine directly into the TV and powering it off the TV, so I didn't have to, because there's USB ports on TVs, so I didn't have to use an outlet. But you can't use the CEC feature on the TV to power on the TV if your Chromecast isn't powered, which makes sense.
It makes sense because TVs are not powered, there's no power flowing.
So you need to have some USB ports.
Yeah. Definitely get a surge protector.
A good surge protector is definitely worth it. You can find good deals.
Forget the smart outlets. Get yourself a surge protector first. Get yourself a really good surge protector.
That one's really good. I was looking on like Amazon, Home Depot. They make power squids. You've seen those, and those are good for like really bulky things.
Right.
I had one a few years ago that I got for free with points from ThinkGeek. I don't know what happened to it. I miss that thing. But that one's nice, and it's lighted too, so you can kind of see what you're doing in the dark and along the sides. But yeah, get a good surge protector, and everything kind of stems from that. You don't want to wreck your cool stuff.
Back to our holiday list too. So surge protectors, smart outlets, routers. We were talking about consoles earlier, though. Like I said, like we were saying, Black Friday had a bunch of consoles on sale. Not really worth
because they're almost end of life.
Yeah, not worth getting new consoles since a newer console is going to come out for Xbox, PlayStation. But if you're looking to buy some games or play something, especially if you want to take it on the go, the Switch, it's been out for 3 years. A lot of games have come out. It's a good console, and the Switch Lite is going to save you $100.
$199.
Yep, $199. It's going to save you $100. You just don't get the home console feature.
You don't get the dock to plug it into the TV. And if you're not going to plug it in the TV, which a lot of people don't, like I have a Switch. The wife plays it all the time. She plays it more in bed or like takes it with her. Like we hardly ever plug it into the TV.
I mean, yeah. So if you're trying to save some cash and have something a bit smaller than your normal Switch, the Switch Lite is the way to go.
Or for kids, it's great.
For kids, too, because they're not going to break the Joy-Con controllers. I mean, a lot of kids are pretty safe about them nowadays, but still.
Well, they don't need the TV feature, and, like, you don't want them using up the TV.
Yeah, that too.
It gives them, like, a high-end portable console, not, like, using an outdated, like, PSP or whatever.
Which, I actually ended up getting the Switch Lite. yesterday.
Yeah?
I actually bought one. I should have brought it.
You have to bring it over. So
I'll have to bring it over. Yeah. I actually got the special limited edition Pokemon one. It's the gray. It's a light gray. It's like a silver gray versus the normal gray.
Joy-Cons are fixed on there, right?
Joy-Cons are fixed on there.
So you can't like multiplayer.
No. Except you can still hook up
like wireless and like against each other and look at the screen.
Kinda, but you can also like hook up some of the other controllers that you can plug in via USB-C. Connect with it, and then
because I want to be able to do that cool thing they advertised where I'm at the park and it's set it up on a bench and just go ham.
That's the only thing. It doesn't have the kickstand on it like the normal Switch.
Well, you could prop it on something.
Yeah, you can prop it on something.
You could make an elaborate. Here's a bar stool and $3, and you're holding your phone up to record a podcast.
For example, if you have the Nintendo Pro controller with you, you can plug that into the bottom of the Switch, connect it real fast, unplug it, and you got another controller right there. So it's definitely, you can still do some of the multiplayer aspect stuff, but it feels actually pretty nice for the size.
I'm sure it's nicely made or whatever, well constructed.
It is pretty well constructed. It had a really nice feel, and it's cool because I can grip it with one hand. You know, I have small hands. Like your hands are like
barely smaller.
Yeah, most people have bigger hands.
Like fatter hands, you have a little longer fingers.
But I can still grip it real nice compared to the normal Switch. It's got a little bit more size to it.
So fixed Joy-Cons, no kickstand, no dock and TV. So the sacrifices they made seem reasonable.
For $100.
Yeah, like
I mean, when you really think about it, it makes kind of sense, but like
you don't.
The Switch itself, if you're buying new controllers for it, especially the Joy-Cons, those are $70 retail.
Yeah,
closer to $80 actually retail. And the dock itself, if you're trying to buy a second one, is $60 retail.
Yeah,
and then it's just a bigger form, essentially.
It's got a really nice screen. They both do. So like, you don't really need to plug them in the TV.
It's technically sharper when you're playing on the smaller Switch Lite too, because it's got a higher pixel density.
And if you multitask and want to listen to the TV in the background.
Exactly.
Which leads to the next buying guide thing is because you might need to get a specific one for the Switch, but a power bank, backup battery, whatever you call it. I think most people and like online call it power banks. Just those big batteries that have USB ports and you can plug your phone into them.
Get a good one.
I've got several. I like them all. This one was like $35 from Amazon. It's got 4 ports and it charges with USB-C or micro, and you can power stuff with micro if you have USB-C if you have C2C. So it's got some fast ports and got some slower ports.
USB, is that the C?
For fast charging, yeah. That's pretty nice. It's rugged. The Zero Lemon. So the Zero Lemon makes a bunch of like backup batteries for like older phones.
Does it open?
It doesn't know. I don't know what that's all about.
It's like, but yeah, no, this thing is built
beefy.
It is,
but
it really is.
It's not Switch compatible. I think you need power delivery.
You gotta be careful because you don't want to break your Switch.
I know it's more important to get a charger for the wall that's that way. So,
though, if you are trying to get one, I know for sure the Anker brand is okay for Switch.
Certain ones, and a lot of the Amazon, like if you read the description of it or look at the like questions people ask, they'll tell you don't get the one that's specifically like Nintendo branded or licensed, because I know that one's like 5 times more money.
Yeah, they're gonna upcharge you for that. You can just do your research.
I think it needs to be the PD power delivery. Mm-hmm. And that one, if it's power delivery, you can also, which that just means it outputs like a more consistent higher power, I think. You can charge some newer computers with it too, like MacBooks and stuff. Pretty
crazy what these can do nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially how much like bigger their capacities are.
Yeah.
Even for some of them that are smaller.
Or you can get like 2, because like you can get some smaller ones way cheaper. And I have one, I don't have it on me right now, but it's like credit card sized. It's a Skull Candy one, and it just slips in the back pocket, and then you can get a short cord and have your phone in your front pocket and your thing in the back pocket, and nobody even knows you're charging, but you can be charged all day. Not that newer phones don't have good juice, but but yeah, get a power bank. especially if you're traveling over the holidays. You know, not everybody can reach the front where the outlets are in the car.
Or if you're in an airport and someone came in, and a lot of people, they just come and use outlets, you know, and if you're not quick enough to one.
Yeah.
Unless you're like that super cool person that brings a power strip or like a surge protector.
Yeah, I've heard the cool thing to do is to get that's a good reason for a power strip versus a surge protector, is like if you're traveling international, you only have to get one converter for the other country instead of like multiple ones for each device. So you plug a power strip into a like UK converter and then plug all your stuff into that.
Yeah, boom, boom.
What's your opinion? Because this was brought up on another podcast I listened to. Do you plug into random USB ports? Because people are afraid that there's something on the other end that's going to like steal your data.
You know,
the iPhone's pretty good about that because they'll say, "Do you trust this device?" I don't know if Samsung does that.
No, it will do. It will do that.
I'm not sure. Not all Android phones do that though.
Yeah, probably the cheaper ones, but the ones that are on the updated.
I personally don't really care. I guess.
I don't really. I mean, if you want my nudes,
but
I'm just kidding. I don't have nudes on my phone.
Well, like whatever they can get, like
I mean,
passwords or
passwords and stuff.
I mean, I use a password manager that encrypts everything. But
I never really thought about it because I never really end up plugging into.
I usually carry either a power bank or I have my own like wall adapter.
Exactly. I usually do that instead. I never really think about because I trust my like the plug, my power plug.
Yeah.
More than I trust the power coming out of
consistent. It's not like that you're afraid of somebody stealing your stuff. You want more consistent power.
More consistent power for the battery because I don't want to like ruin the battery. I'm more afraid of the battery getting damaged.
Yeah.
Through one of these USB wall sockets versus just having my plug in there.
That's why having a power bank and you don't have to rely on like
exactly
when you're in an airport. Not every airport, because I've been to a lot of airports, have USB ports by like where you sit at the gate, and then if they do, it's only certain seats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I most of the time I only end up using a power supply or a power
the prongs that go in the
power
wall.
Prong that just goes in the wall.
Uh-huh.
So I never really think about it because I just don't use.
Yeah, I have one for the wife and I, and it has 2 USB ports, so it's just easier.
I could see why you would be cautious, but I mean that would take
I think people tend to be a little paranoid.
It would take a lot of work to hack into something like that.
I don't think anybody cares enough to steal the average person's stuff. It depends where you're at. Like I wouldn't go to DEF CON to do it, but it depends where you're at.
Yeah, it really depends on where you're at.
Do you plug in to the USBs in airplanes?
No.
Yeah.
I just don't need to because...
Yeah, I flew from Denver to Dallas, and they had actual, like, wall outlets.
See, the reason why I don't use it on the plane is because I juice up my phone before I get on the plane.
Well, yeah.
And while I'm on the plane, I don't actually use my phone because there's no Wi-Fi.
I ain't paying for that Wi-Fi.
Exactly. I ain't paying for the Wi-Fi.
Unless my flight's really long. Like, I've done it from Denver to D.C. before to see my brother because, like, that's a long flight.
Yeah. But if I'm on a flight, if I have I need a new laptop, but if I have my laptop with me, I'm probably doing work on it. Or I'm playing on my Switch.
Podcasts. I listen to podcasts.
Exactly. But I'm not really going to be watching any movies or anything on my phone. There's really nothing you can do when I'm playing with your phone.
If you have movies on there, I guess.
That's about it. Or like offline games that you can play.
Yeah.
But most of the time I just kind of leave it. Or I'm listening, if I'm listening to some music that I have downloaded onto my phone.
So, another tip. Another buying recommendation. We haven't been going that long considering it took forever to set up. But I saw you looking at your watch.
Yeah, I just didn't know how long we've been going on this for.
A wireless charging pad. If your phone's capable. All new iPhones, all new Galaxies.
Pretty much like any high-end flagship, it's
probably
going to have
common phone.
Yeah.
I was going to say like OnePlus doesn't, but like a lot of people don't know what that is.
They only know iPhone or Samsung.
iPhone or Samsung, which they all do it.
Yeah.
I recommend it because they're getting faster now. Not that that really matters, because it's great for like putting by your bed and sitting it on.
Yeah.
You don't have to fumble with it at night. There's just like, there's a sweet spot on my phone, but it's like right in the center, and it gives me a little vibration and a ding when it's on there, and then a light comes on, tiny little light on the wireless charging pad. I recommend it because it saves your ports from like wear and tear. Like most of the time, I don't even have to ever plug in my phone to a physical cord because I get enough juice throughout the day. My phone has a good enough battery.
Mm-hmm. And plus, like, I mean, yeah. If you're just putting it overnight, it's just kind of nice to throw
You can get different ones. There's a whole bunch of different ones online. I recommend, like, mine's a Belkin. You got a deal on a Samsung.
I got a deal on a Samsung brand one.
My wife has a Samsung. It's one because I bought one at the same time.
That's right. We bought ours together.
But basically. I didn't have a phone that could wireless. Now I do, so I had to buy myself one. For some reason, the wireless charger built into my old IKEA nightstand doesn't work with it.
Really?
It worked with my Nexus 5, but that's
another. It works with my phone.
That's another thing.
We'll test it later.
But anyways, I recommend getting one. Get it from a good brand, so you're gonna pay like $30 or so, give or take, maybe upwards.
Don't buy a cheap one that you can buy for like $10.
Charging stuff, you want to get good things because then it'll protect the battery on your phone. Your phone will last longer because that's the thing that gets the most wear and tear because you're cycling it all the time, and
yeah, and that's like a thing that people don't really realize is how you should actually invest. Like that's something you should invest good money into.
Like I was saying, your battery is the most used thing. You want to have good battery practices, I guess. Battery health.
It's kind of convenient because you don't have to really fumble with the cord trying to get it in. Especially if it's dark, you can just throw it.
It encourages you to, like, depending on how many you have and where you put them, it encourages you to charge more. And short, frequent charges and not depleting it past like 50% is usually better for the battery. If you have an iPhone, you can go into the settings and go to battery and battery health and see all that. But like for good battery health, you know, short, frequent charges, and if it charges a little slower on the wireless charging pad, that's actually good because it's less heat for the battery. So
yeah. That's why I didn't really need to set mine up. It's still kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
But, you know, like...
I mean, I do use a cord all the time in my car because I don't have wireless CarPlay. So if I want to connect it to the, like, entertainment center, I have to plug it in.
Right.
But otherwise, like, if it wasn't for that, I would never use a wired connection.
Yeah, and I mean, just kind of nice, you know? You just do that and boom.
Boom, it's charging.
Versus trying to be like...
At night, it's a pain. I mean...
Like, where's my cord? It fell down the bed.
Well, USB-C and Lightning are both, like, reversible, so it's not as big a deal as it used to be, but still, fumbling with it's a pain. And if it's, like, caught on something and you're tugging at it, or...
Yeah, like, I would only plug it... I would, like, basically plug it in if I need to get a quick charge on it. Like, much quicker. Especially, like, with Samsung having that fast charge.
The fast charge is cool if you're, like...
I just plug it in and boom.
If something happens and you doesn't get a charge and you are about to leave in the morning and you plug it in while you're showering and you're done. But that's another thing. Don't buy cheap chargers. Get the ones that can do fast charging.
Save your phone battery.
But yeah.
Don't do that.
Get a wireless charging pad. That's our holiday buying guide tip number.
I don't know how many. We're just
5.
listing, honestly.
Keep track. I would put it in the comments, not comments, the description, but I'm not the type of person to, like, go to that effort, and I know that's not much effort, but I'm just going to upload this video like I always do. But yeah.
You want to talk about one more thing? Because we've gone over a good chunk of things that would be, like, essential.
Really basic stuff. We said router and modem, which we can kind of link as one thing. Check them both. Get good ones. We said the power... Not
smart plugs.
Smart outlets.
Smart outlets, power... we went in-depth with surge protectors.
It's router, modem, surge protector. Smart outlets / bulbs. Get a Google Home. I don't know if we mentioned that.
They're super cheap now.
Or an Echo, because they're probably just the same. But, like, it just depends what ecosystem you're in.
Yeah, do you want Alexa or do you want Google? It doesn't matter. Google can go Pikachu.
Google can... I think they all accomplish pretty much the same stuff. They all do just as many things. If you want to, like, yell at it to order from Amazon, if you're that sort of person that, like, lives in a super congested area where you're not going to the store, like if you live in the high-rise in New York City and the nearest grocery store is a ways away, and you buy everything from Amazon Now or Prime Now, there's reasons to do but I'm a Google. But yeah, get them because they're super cheap. Who cares, like, what version? Because, like, I know there's a newer one out, and the cheaper one's the one that's on sale. It's just an interface for their smart assistant, but get one because they're fun. You can ask it questions, like, even if you don't have all the accessories, which really enhance it, you can ask it basic questions like, what's the weather like? Do I need a jacket? You can tell it where you work and where you live, and then you can ask it, if I leave, how long will it take to get to work, or like, when do I need to leave to be at work at a certain time? So it opens up a world if you get the accessories like the smart outlets and stuff, and you can power on and off your Christmas lights and stuff. But,
yeah, exactly. And then it doesn't have to be like, and you don't have to use it specifically for that too. You can just be like, hey Google, turn off the lights. Whoops. That didn't hear me, did it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they actually recognize your voice.
Is it on your voice recognition?
Yeah.
You can have voice recognition on it.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Then,
it's just like using your phone, but then you don't have to have your phone like right by you.
Yeah.
So like if you don't get a Google Home, you can still use smart outlets with Siri or with Google on your phone.
Or that first world problem when you get into bed and you realize you forgot to turn off the lights.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Exactly.
Like this living room, this bedroom.
You can be like, hey Google.
Hey Schmoogle.
Hey Schmoogle. Turn off the lights.
Yeah.
And then, you'll have to get out of your cozy bed after you're all comfy.
Yeah.
It still hurt me. Hey Google, turn on the lights. Exactly like that.
Yeah. But, so, modem router,
smart outlet,
surge protector, smart outlets.
Now we just talked about Google.
Google Home's probably a first.
Just smart home assistant speakers.
IoT.
IoT.
Internet of Things.
Yes, okay.
You've heard that term.
Yes.
Because you're a nerd. All the things that are connected to the internet that aren't really, like, technically a computer or a smartphone.
Okay, the Switch.
The Switch, we talked about the Switch because it's a good deal. That's the one, like, luxury thing. All the rest are, like, you should get them. Especially the surge protector.
Mm-hmm.
The wireless charging pad. And just a power bank. Just upgrade your charging capabilities.
Yeah, I mean, that's like those are like things that will help you improve your everyday life.
You don't think about, like, that and you just go and buy the cheap one at the gas station. But you want something that's going to maintain a consistent charge, not overheat your phone, because that's the one thing that is like a consumable, like, you could keep your phone forever if you like it and it's fast enough and the software stays up to date, but eventually the battery's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to treat your battery nice.
Yeah. So those are like things that you should take into account when you're purchasing electronic items.
And all this can be found on like Amazon, Walmart, Target, whatever. Just look around for deals. It's that time of year.
Deals, articles. We'll be talking about what we talked about. But yeah.
Got anything else to add?
Nothing that would be like more of an essential electronic.
You mentioned the Switch is just kind of fun.
Switch is kind of nice.
What kind of other fun things are out now? I mean, all this is fun for me because I'm kind of a nerd. Like, getting a new router is exciting for me, but...
I know, for us, getting a new router would be exciting.
For most people, it's like, I just want my internet to work.
I mean, I got a new monitor and I was so excited. I was like, ripping that open.
That's kind of...
You got to be like a tech nerd, you know?
Upgrade your TV. If you need to upgrade your TV, there's a lot of good deals going on.
Yeah, there's some decent deals on even brand name ones from their old last year models.
Pretty much everything's a smart TV now because it's easy to add it.
Yeah, it's all built in.
I wouldn't worry about what has what though, because I personally don't like smart TVs. I'd rather I wouldn't use it if I had it. I like having a set-top box because usually they get faster updates, like if it's an Apple TV or a Chromecast or whatever, and then you can swap them out for like newer things.
Honestly, if I'm looking for a TV, what I'm looking for is thinness of the TV.
Are you on that?
Size is pretty much relevant to everybody.
Are you on that 4K tip now?
I mean, at this point, it's like you should kind of start converting to 4K.
The problem is like,
but the content, movie-wise, is like still limited.
That, and for us, you got that Xfinity, so you get that terabyte cap if you're watching a bunch of stuff in 4K.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, I haven't hit that yet, so.
I haven't. We stream a lot, but we don't stream in 4K because nothing we have is 4K. 1080, which is pretty good.
I mean, it's like you can upgrade to it now because it's much cheaper than it was before. But my main essential is how thin and light is the TV.
Yeah.
And whether it's OLED.
Like, getting 4K for future-proofing your TV's nice. Like I was saying earlier about my modem, I didn't care about that. But that's just me personally, and it's because I had another device that was limited too, and so that with the router, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know it's kind of weird because they're already starting to roll out some 8K stuff that they're trying out. It's not like officially on the market yet, but they're trying to push out 8K probably here in the next couple of years.
Upgrade your TV because if it has like newer features, they can usually talk to the smart devices.
Honestly, upgrade your TV if you're still running on one of the box TVs, like even the big tube TVs.
Or
like you shouldn't be on it no more.
If you have more than like half-inch of bezel around your TV, upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it took us long enough to get rid of that big tube box TV.
Yeah, most people don't even know what that is anymore, hardly.
I know, it was a Sony. It was, I don't know how big it was.
We had a giant,
fat.
like,
freaking wide
Magnavox one growing up that was, like, wooden.
Oh, you got one
TV was in that.
Even an older one?
You could push we had, like, a spot at the bottom that had glass in front, and had magnets, you could push it, and you could put, like, your VHS tapes or whatever down there.
Oh, yeah.
And store
them. Yeah, we also had this older Sony one. It was older than the big one we had.
Yeah.
But it was alright. It was, like, about this size.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the glass on the front too and everything. Yeah. That thing was heavy.
Yeah.
It was from here to this coffee table.
Yeah. But upgrade
Don't
your
miss
TV.
Those.
That's kind of like
if you still run on that, come on.
I would put that above everything except the surge protector.
Yeah, if you still have like, one of those TVs,
you can get such good deals on them now that it's so cheap that like brands don't really matter.
It's ridiculous.
Like Samsung, LG, Vizio. Probably Samsung, Vizio, LG.
The only time it's going to be expensive if you're trying to get a thin OLED TV at 4K.
Did you know you can't get an OLED smaller than 55?
No, I didn't.
I was just listening to that on a podcast. That was somebody's rant.
Makes sense.
Because their home was so small that they couldn't. They bought a 55 on a good deal and then brought it home. The wife's like, no, this is not going to work because it's too big. Mm-hmm. But he couldn't find an OLED that was smaller. And also, did you know that once you set it up, you can't return it in Europe? This is like an EU thing.
Oh, in the European area?
Yeah, European Union. But anyways, yeah. Surge protector is number one because you don't want to wreck anything. But then you'll get a lot out of a new TV if you don't have one. And then everything else kind of trickles down. Yeah. Your charging stuff's important. And then the Switch is just fun.
Switch is like the last thing you would need.
Smart outlets, I guess.
If you're a gamer. But honestly, like anything else, like computer deal wise, it's kind of the same thing as of late, you know.
There's nothing really like
they upgrade.
Amazing.
Yeah, they upgrade the hardware, but you know, most people aren't gonna want something that's MacBook priced. You know,
gift cards for people. If you do gift cards, you can get some cool ones. Like, I think you can get a year's worth of Spotify on a gift card, and that's actually cheaper than if you do the math per month on a month-to-month plan. So if somebody does Spotify, get them a gift card. That's kind of cool. Or if they're thinking about it, or if you're thinking about it, it's cheaper to do the gift card. What if somebody didn't have any streaming services and had to get one of them, subscribe for the holidays, get it for Christmas.
No.
It depends what you're into. If you have a lot of kids or you like really love Star Wars or Marvel,
get
Disney Plus, you can bundle that for like $12 a month with Hulu, with the basic Hulu plan. Hulu's got a lot of their original content, plus they have old, like, I watch all the like newest Bob's Burgers and like American Dad and stuff on there.
Yeah, it's like how we were talking about that last time. It's just really up to your preference.
Everything's got something different, so it's hard to like really have one that's better than the other. It's not like if you live somewhere where there's multiple internet providers, internet's internet, data's data, but like there's different services. So like Spotify or Apple Music. Spotify is the app's better, I think.
Interface
is better. They have those cool like the year and rewind.
Everyone's posting about that right now.
Apple Music's cool if you really want that integration, because like I can talk to Siri on my phone in my car and say play this track, and it'll be like, you don't have this in your Apple Music library. But then if I can, of course, say it on Spotify, play on Spotify, and it does it. But
I don't know.
If you want that seamless integration where you don't have to add that other modifier, you can, if you're all in with Apple. But
yeah,
Spotify's cool.
For that, I'd pick Spotify.
I would say subscribe to, if you just want to do some like online streaming stuff, get Disney Plus and Spotify. I think Disney Plus is going to have the most for most people. It's got the nostalgia for the 20, 30 somethings. It's got, you know, Marvel movies and Star Wars for the nerds, and it's got kid stuff.
It's got The Simpsons.
It's got all the Simpsons. I think Netflix is going downhill. They just have like second tier Hallmark movies on there.
And some of the Netflix adaptations,
and they're losing,
not good.
And they're losing Friends and The Office to HBO, I think.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Disney Plus is cool. It's the new hot one. It's great if you have kids. It's great for families. I would say subscribe to that if you want to do something more, you know, just another tech thing, another fun little buying guide. So yeah.
Cool.
You want to recap one last time? Router modem. Surge protector.
Smart
outlets with your Google Home. Google Home's another, or Echo or whatever. If you want to splurge and get the HomePod, you can, but those are expensive because they're just a really fancy speaker.
Or the ones with the screens.
Yeah. Charging stuff, whether it be a power bank
or actually a good plug,
or good
or Qi,
the Qi wireless charging. You can just say wireless charging because that's like the standard. And then the Switch is cool. And it might have been about it. And we mentioned the streaming stuff, which was, we just did that. So
yeah. I don't know. I think it was a good list.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Gives me some ideas. Actually, mostly, if nobody I know is going to watch this, but like family-wise, but it would give them ideas for stuff to buy me.
All right, guys.
What's like the one thing you want for Christmas the most, if you're going to be greedy?
If I was greedy?
Yeah. But like within reason that somebody could possibly get you. Like obviously you could say top of the line computer.
Well, of course. But like no one's going to get me that.
What's the one thing that you would want somebody to get you that's like within their
budget,
their grasp, like capabilities? I'm actually pretty content.
Yeah, I can't really think
of it. I have a good phone. I have a good TV. I just got a new modem and router.
Yeah, and anything I really need right now.
I bought the modem and router for myself because I knew nobody else would know what to get me. But
yeah, if it's anything like that, I would really need is not in grasp of price range right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing that's like.
There's not one thing you're hoping somebody gets you for.
Not like
for Hanukkah for you.
Not. I don't celebrate Hanukkah. Sorry. Not in a lower price range. I mean, I can't even think of a game I really, really want.
I think my Amazon wish list has like a cool new power bank that has like the wireless charging built in. which I could see not being practical if you like throw your wireless charger in your backpack and then run the cord. But if you're like stopped at a restaurant, you can sit everything down on top of each other and not fumble with cords. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything.
But these are things that if you don't have them, you should get them. Some of it you might want to get before the holiday. If you're having people over, you know, get a new surge protector to protect your stuff and have more ports.
I guess that's the one thing. I need to get a new surge protector, but I'll probably end up buying it myself.
Nobody's gonna know what to get you or the exact one, or
yeah.
You can put it on a wish.
They don't really know what I need.
And my thing was like, I wanted to get it sooner than later because I didn't want to. Not that we're prone to power surges around here, but like I also wanted more ports, and I wanted to like not stack things on top of each other. And
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, you know, because everything that I spent my money on so far is pretty much like covered. All I really need is a new laptop, but like that's not within grasp of price range. I need a new chair.
You need a power bank you can snap your camera batteries into. So you just keep like 4 camera batteries permanently charged.
I know, I really need to. I want a new chair for my room, but the one I want is not within price range of.
Oh, like an office chair?
Not enough. It's kind of like it's an office chair, but like more like one of the gaming design ones.
I've always wanted one of those. This is a little off topic, but one of those office chairs that looks like a racing chair.
Right, the gaming racing chairs.
Those are cool looking.
That's the one I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
But it's like.
Then you feel like you have to put a seatbelt on to like.
Well, mine is not really
launch into entertainment.
It's that mine isn't gonna be more of the. It's kind of a racing chip. It's not really like the snug racing ones. But it's like $400, so.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy me that, and that would probably be really all I need left. And I'm trying to replace my desk, so.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You should make your own. I know it's a pain in the butt, but like you could get just what you want and like sand it down and like finish it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I have to move some stuff in my room because I'm trying to get like a slightly bigger.
You could get like the exact size you want though if you made it yourself.
That's true.
Because looking at my desk over there, which the wife's kind of taken over.
Do you need another desk, by the way?
I don't have room for one.
You know, we could put one right here in this space right here.
I got that one a long time ago when I like was in high school and lived at home, and it was just the one I wanted. But if you look at it, it's pretty basic. Like I feel like I could make that.
Yeah.
So it's a thought.
Mm-hmm. But you could totally move some stuff over there, get another desk, and put it all on top.
If I ever get a 2-bedroom, yeah.
Just really trying to. I'll ask Jordan if she needs the desk. Anyways, I don't know. You wanna end it there?
What? Yeah, we can end it. I can't think of anything else.
We'll figure out something for the next episode.
This was a good one though.
This was good. It was good. It was like one of our better ones.
Yeah.
That we've talked about.
Yeah, and it didn't involve hot sauce.
Yeah, or spicy foods or any food actually.
We haven't done food in a while.
I know we need to. I'm actually really hungry right now.
Get Wes back on.
Yeah, I gotta hit up Wes and see when his day off is.
Yeah, so we can record. And
this girl's been talking to me. Okay.
Oh, cool. Anyways, 2 bros,
1 show. Thanks for watching.